Alright guys, welcome back. Turn 39. Okay, and on this turn 38, our opponent has surrendered. Let's return to the map now and we'll kind of summarize the game. I also see he left us a message here. Let's go ahead and read that. GG. Yes, indeed, GG. Okay, let's, first of all, let me clear all of this. It kind of doesn't matter now. And, let's try to summarize the game, okay? It is kind of a, 40 turns, it is a bit of a long game. Let's see if I can remember. So we started here. This is our throne, city of Sorcerer. Started here. I think our first hero was Mikal Iron Fist, an orc dreadnought. Anyways, we hired him. I think we actually maybe started out going this way. We cleared maybe the mine. Maybe there was like scrolls here or production resources. Maybe they were up here. We founded this ourselves much later. All of this here was kind of too difficult for us, so we went back. This is where our scrolls were actually, or maybe right here. So took the scrolls, then we backtracked, took the mine. We're going this way. Cleared here, and then we cut through the forest, taking the brigand hideout, right? Then we came out here. I think this may have been a mistake. I have some, kind of remembering some mistakes here. That, this was our neighbor, Felinos. They had a patrol. I don't remember exactly, but they had a patrol in the area. And if I had, I think I was spawning a lot of wisps. We were summoning wisps during this whole time. It was a very heavy wisp game. We had wisps covering. Look how much we've explored, even the underground. This is a medium map. So, but anyways, we kind of messed up the movement here. We could have taken the patrol out, made it easier on ourselves to be attacking our neighbor. May have even lost somebody here. So it is, just to kind of state the obvious, everything connects to everything in this game. Everything kind of hinges on everything else, and so it does pay to not rush into anything. If you have your event list, you don't necessarily want to, just follow that and then do whatever. You kind of need to jump around, and anyways, we sent the wisp off, but we could have made a pick here. Around this time, we took the city here, then we cleared here, and that's when we went. Actually, we may have passed the cave here and went here. No. Damn, it is a long game, guys, but I think I'm getting a bit ahead of myself because, by the time we were over here, we had hired the halfling. Myrtle? Where's Myrtle? Here she is, a Myrtle, a halfling rogue, a Myrtle rogue. Yeah, hired her here, and then we kind of defended the city here, cleared all of this with Myrtle. We had gotten a new army out. But anyways, so yeah, that happened then. But then we, our main army went this way. We did pop down. Oh, shit. What did happen here, guys? There was a lot of backtracking. I know we went over here at one point, right? We had a quest with Naganasa. We completed the quest. There was a column of champions here. We leveled up off that. We took the ruins. We lost somebody here. It was kind of bad. Necro Circle. But, we came here and this was not an elf city. We migrated this. This was something else. Migrated to elves for the Vault of Knowledge, for the Focus Chamber. Came out, we cleared this, and yeah, at this point, there was a watchtower here. We cut our trip short. We did not continue. Came back. That's when we left, okay. We left. And I don't remember the order exactly here. We did come down here. We did a quest here. This was originally a human Urbion, this is a human name, did a quest and then betrayed them and migrated. Cleared a boneyard here, okay, and production resource, and then we went back. During all this time, of course, Myrtle's army pulled out this way, clearing here, maybe cleared something up here. Developing, we pulled all the way around with Myrtle, did a quest for the dwelling of Antwilik, and Myrtle came all the way down through here. When Myrtle was in this region, pulling down through here, somehow, I don't remember the order exactly, as you can see, but we came back through here, my main army, with the leader and Mikal, and then also we had hired another hero. I don't know when he arrived down here with us, but Urkan the hacker, that is an orc warlord hero, came up through here. We fought a battle. We fought a battle against just a bunch of tier 1s that he had a full stack, wiped them out, and it was kind of an incredible battle. We witnessed, because we had gotten the gas breath, essence of garlic, that item from the quest, our leader. She had a high morale. We had, and we also have this combat spell from Destruction, the Killer Instinct. Well, the AI opted for that, and we witnessed an incredible critical strike with the gas breath. And, just wiped out like almost the whole stack. So that was pretty incredible to see. Took the city here. This had belonged to our opponent. Took the Spring of Life. We came out this way. Spotted our opponent here. We also had discovered he cleared all of this. These had not been settled. We did that much later. He was here holding a defensive position, and we even considered brute forcing. Right? We were talking about that. We could only ever attack with one stack. Thankfully, we didn't, but I'll get to that in a second. We cleared the dungeon. We did just fine there. And then we took the Box of Cataclysms, which was honestly, I don't recommend it, guys. This is a big takeaway of this game, something we kind of learned. I've been asking the question for a long time in these games on this channel. Will the Box of Cataclysms give you can it give you 2 real cataclysmic events, for lack of a better word? Real, terrible choices? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. It can give you, 2 enemy hero, nemesis spawns, and you have to pick one. Well, that's what happened. And, the reason that's bad is if you have a large empire like we did, with cities on the fringes that are undefended, they're ripe for the taking for the nemesis hero spawn. So, yeah, it can actually backfire on you, and that's what happened. Anyways, after taking that, we lost somebody even, and then we pulled up here. And I was not, this is the big mistake. This is big high point of the game. I positioned very poorly here. I was not expecting the attack at all. Our opponent came out and he wiped us out, completely wiped us out. We had forgotten about, he had a stealth unit here. He had a gold, I think it may have even been a champion Nightshade Fairy. It's not a joke. We knew about it, but we completely forgot. It had taken out one of our wisps up here. But yeah, was not expecting the attack. This is a big takeaway, positioning poorly. So maybe it wouldn't have mattered because he is a dwarf. He has great movement down here. This road did not exist, but hey, the dwarves have cave crawling. It doesn't matter. What I mean by positioning is I was sloppy about it because I didn't expect it. So I had all of our ranged in the back with Mikal, our dreadnought, so I'm thinking, okay, let's put the ranged in the back with the Imperial Authority. And then this was just sloppy. I had Urkan off on the side with a nightmare, the horse. And then just maybe 3 or 4 units here with my leader right in the front. Melee units. Anyways, our opponent came out pretty much on par in numbers, but he had a ton of Forge Priests. And really, we kind of lost it from positioning. Now he did mention that the game said that our forces were even, so the game must have been saying closely matched. Okay, so it's not like, it's not like we were strong, like we're pretty on par, but he just attacked us head on here and got wiped out with our melee front line here, which was not much of a front line. Got wiped out, like vaporized. And really, if we were expecting the attack, we should have put the, first of all, not having such a few units here. We only had 2 here. You should be, you're facing here. This is where the attack is coming from. So put all of your units in the front. Don't leave your range in the back. So we got vaporized. But again, maybe he could have pulled around, and you could do that, right? You come around the back and then hit head on here. That might have been even better for him. He might have taken less, losses. So the positioning, what I'm getting at, it really does matter. Anyways, wiped us. We were in the void, and we were actually really kind of terrified because we had that nemesis. It was the Rise of the Dire Penguins, the Nemesis Arch Druid hero spawn. So, after that, after the wipeout, Myrtle was around here at this time. She was, our last commander in the field. Coming down, cleared this. Ended up sending Myrtle downstairs, and we manned a defense here at Bakra. And we had 3 stacks, actually a little more than that, but we had to kind of leave them off to the side. Our opponent came poking up through here, but then he turned around, okay, because we just outnumbered. We managed to hold here. Then our leader respawned. Okay, so our leader's coming down. And when our leader was here, and we had some defenders, we were kind of manning the cave entrance, but at that point, the cosmic happening, right? The Archdruid Nemesis spawned right here, in fact. Literally right here. But it turns out it wasn't so bad. Wasn't as strong as we thought. We didn't even ever see any animals, stacks, or penguins running around taking here. We had actually vassalized the fringe cities as a precautionary measure. But anyways, we all pulled down here to Bakra. Luckily for us, the Archdruid Nemesis came down here, kind of chased us down. We tunneled here, surrounded him. It was kind of over the top. Hit him with 4 stacks. Just wiped the guy out. Vaporized this guy. Took his items, okay? At that point, we came down. Cleared a monster stack. Roaming monsters. By the way, this, just to talk a little bit, backtracking a bit to when our opponent came up, when we were making a stand here, kind of defending, when we were in the void. This is a good lesson too. The inn was wide open. In fact, he did hire some units here. He checked, and he may have planned to do so, but we saw the possibility, and so we hired out the tier 3 unit, the Griffin Rider. Cost us 320 gold. Cost us almost all our gold at the time. It was a big investment, but we didn't want to take any chances. I didn't want him to hire out the inn completely and then fight us here. So anyways, in fact, one of the units he hired was roaming around down here tunneling. Okay. Anyways, after our leader's back, we all pulled up through here. We had 2 settlers that had come out, and then that's these cities. We settled out this way. But our army came up through here, took the shrine, took the city here. Just pushed all the way, right? This is the end game. Building roads, bringing everyone up. And he just didn't have much in the way of or form of reinforcements. So, made the pick here on his leader, and then there's the surrender. So, but very good game there. You know what? I'm forgetting one thing. Sorry, guys. It's just kind of a lot went down in this game. We actually took a fight here. Okay, so when our leader was back, Myrtle and our leader pulled up through here and camped here. His leader, his army, a single stack pulled up through here. He got a bit aggressive here, but we had a builder. He didn't think about the builder. So bringing the builder up, we tunneled, made room here, two slots, and then hit him real hard with 3 stacks. We had the regrowth buff. This was a great fight, by the way. This was active. It's still active, shooting stars. So all units that have lucky are very lucky. Well, he was lucky. He had taken the Cloverfield here. So that's what's so incredible about this battle. We got to witness the full force of very lucky, like the maximum luckiness here. And it was absolutely incredible. I mean, I've never seen that many lucky procs. Incredible. I highly recommend you go back and check that. I mean, there was one point where his leader, like, it was like just his leader and maybe another unit left, and we were surrounding his leader, like, on all sides, hitting him. And he procced lucky like 7 times in a row. It was, like, insane. So that's a high point of the game. Obviously, him wiping us out was a high point. A lot of good lessons in this game. But yeah, that's everything. Let's see if we can pop into... Shit. Is it not going to let me see the scoreboard, guys? I don't like how it does that. It's very, I think if I hit exit, it's just not going to let us see it, man. Yeah. Okay, guys, well, thank you for watching. Let me just, like, conclude the video, and then if the scoreboard comes up, good. If not, you know. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next game. And of course it does show the scoreboard. So awkward, right? I have another game. I just finished another game 2 days ago, and it didn't show it. So anyways, we get to go through the scoreboard. Okay, we have, let's see, 7,000 overall. Pretty big. I guess he did, well, we'll go through it. This is the end game, go back to the beginning. So we're already kind of ahead from the beginning. Now, part of that could be because we're summoning, right? Maybe we were summoning quite early, summoning Wisps, whereas he's playing a Dreadnought. Dreadnought, it's kind of a slower, we're a summoning class and he's not. So we're ahead. He spiked up here. I'm not sure, we have no idea why that could be. And then we spiked up here. Why is that? Declared war. I'm not sure, but this is where we hired Myrtle, okay. What was that? Here we go. So it's saying it's a battle where he beat us. Well, that could actually be the Nightshade Fairy, okay. Now this was turn... Yeah, it did take us... It turned 17. It took a long time for us to meet our opponent. I mean, he was in the underground. That fight took place over here, so we had a drone poking this way. This was all unexplored from this line out this way. Anyways, this is where the Nightshade Fairy attacked our Wisp. This is where we hired Urkan. Here's where we went to put us in the void, wiped us out, okay? So we're here, there's a big downfall for us, and then he rises up. Boom, downfall. But then we come back, we're coming back. Where's the, it's not showing where we put him in the void. That the lucky fight, it's not showing up. Anyways, very interesting. Let's look at the other stuff really quick. Knowledge score. We're always kind of ahead, but that's because we're elves. So elves, all of their cities have a higher knowledge income than any other race. So then we kind of skyrocket. It does make sense. It is what the Sorcerer is about. We have research that comes in for increasing research at labs in the cities. So yeah, makes perfect sense. Happiness. So we're both, he's very happy here. Like, this is empire-wide happiness, I guess. Overall population happiness. Oh, okay. We were very, very high up here. Now, we did have a lot of cities, so that could be part of it. And then it plummets here. Big time plummets. Yeah, I remember that. Our everything just evaporated. All of our income was just gone when we went to the void there. Okay. Military score. So we're ahead. He had a spike here, and then we had a spike. But we're always kind of ahead. We had a lot of wisps. We had so many wisps. It was kind of insane. Wisps flying over the whole map. So, that could be a big part of it for sure. Then we start spiking up here. Could be summoning. Could also be like producing unicorns. Unicorn riders maybe. Then this is where we went to the void, so our military plummets, right? And then we replenish. Plummets again. That could be the lucky fight, maybe. Could very well be. Domain score, okay. We're on par. We pick up. He picks up, so we're even right here. And then we start going up and up, and we're kind of... Well, we're both going up, pretty kind of... But we're higher. Here he went down. This could very well be when we took Gurlac here. Remember, we came the first time. Before he wiped us out. So we took this the first time. Then we're skyrocketing on the surface. He comes back because he retook it, obviously. Okay. Okay, guys, I think that covers it. Yeah, very, very interesting game. Couple high points in the game. Good takeaways. Anyways, thanks once again for watching, and I will catch you all in the next game.